The truth is, at 16, 17 years old, we have no clue what we want to do for the rest of our lives. And most of us, including myself, end up regretting the program and university that we choose. If I can rewind the clock, there are a few things I'll prioritize over everything else in the decision-making process. So in this video, I'm going to share what those key decision factors are and also give you a step-by-step process to choose the best program and the best university or college for you. So let's get right into it. Most people, when they think about applying to university or college, they first start to think about what program they want to do and where they want to study. But I think the smarter way to approach all this is to first decide which faculty or department you want to go into. So instead of trying to figure out this one program, this one specialization that's perfect for you, let's try to figure out a set of programs or essentially a faculty or a department that would best suit you. In most universities or colleges, you tend to have some flexibility to change programs within the faculty. Like for example, if you're studying civil engineering and you figure out that you kind of don't like it that much, then it's not going to be that hard for you to shift into computer engineering. But if you want to go from civil engineering to life science or something like that, that's going to be really difficult and you probably have to restart from first year. So to increase the probability that you choose a program that you like, first start off by choosing a faculty or department that has many programs that are of interest to you. And honestly, this doesn't even have to be that complex. Just go to the faculty website, look at all the list of programs that they offer, and maybe just take a quick read at some program summaries, like the description of the program, and see which names, which summaries kind of stand out to you, kind of make you feel like, these programs I'd actually be interested in. One more thing to keep in mind is that faculties and departments across many universities are pretty similar. Like for example, engineering at one university is pretty similar to engineering at another university. So at this point, don't think about universities or colleges, just focus on the faculty. For example, there's engineering, arts, sciences like physics and chemistry, there's mathematics, there's social sciences. Figure out which faculty or department has the most programs that are of interest to you. I personally chose industrial engineering, even though that was the only engineering program that I liked. And honestly, that was a big mistake that I made. What I should have done is chosen a faculty with many programs that interest me. That would be mathematics because I like working with numbers. And that way, I can land upon a program that I actually enjoy. But now I'm stuck in industrial engineering and I don't like all the courses that I'm taking. If you're finding this video helpful, I would really appreciate it if you can like and subscribe. It'll help get this video out to more people like you and help more people who are struggling to figure out what they want to study for the next 4 years of their life. So back to our step-by-step process. Now that you've chosen the faculty or department you want to go into, the next step is to figure out which university or college you're going to go to. Obviously, you're going to apply to many universities or colleges, but I'm going to help you make like a ranking, like what's your first choice, second choice, and so on. So determining your dream university or college can depend on a million different factors, but here are the things I would focus on if I was a student trying to set myself up for success the next 4 or 5 years and beyond. The first factor will be location. How far away from your family do you want to move? Or do you want to stay at home? For me personally, I knew for a fact that I didn't want to live on res and I want to stay with my family, so that helped me narrow down my choices in terms of university. The next factor will be cost, and this ties into living on res as well, but the truth is, university and college is expensive. And if you go $50,000 or even $100,000 in student loan debt, just to do an undergraduate degree, you're going to be paying that amount for many years after your graduation. By opting to not live on res, by applying for scholarships, by working part-time throughout my school year, I'm able to graduate without any student loans. And I really think cost should be an important factor you should consider when choosing what university or college is best for you. Reputation and co-op are also important to consider, in my opinion. Like if you go to university or college with a good reputation and a good co-op program, you increase the chances of getting an internship and a job after you graduate. Last but not least, I personally don't think extracurriculars, opportunities, and networking and stuff like that is that important for us to consider. I would like to believe that all universities and colleges have their own set of opportunities, but it's more about how you make those opportunities and take them when they come to you. Most of us, including myself, don't end up doing as much extracurriculars as you think we're gonna do. So personally, in my opinion, just don't focus on it as part of your decision-making process. So to summarize, location, cost, reputation, and co-op program are my most important factors when choosing which university or college to go to. If you combine these factors with anything else that's relevant to you, you should be able to rank the universities and colleges in terms of first choice, second choice, third choice, and so on. Now the last step is to choose a program, because even though choosing the right faculty or department is the most important step in this step-by-step process, you still have to choose a program when completing your application for universities or colleges. When it comes down to choosing the right program, there are 2 steps or 2 ways I would approach it. I'm going to use the engineering faculty at University of Toronto as an example because that's where I study. First, the best thing you can do is look at the program outline. The program outline is going to contain all the courses that you're going to be taking in the program. And I will personally focus on the first and second year courses. And what you want to do is click on the courses and read what the courses are about, like the course description. And as you're doing this with many different programs within the faculty, the hope is you fall in love with the program and decide that's a program for you. And we're all super excited to learn, stay up all night, and study. The next best thing you could do is reach out to current students in the program via LinkedIn. Trust me, it's not weird at all. All these students were in the same position as you 2-3 years ago. Just make sure to be polite and professional when reaching out to them. If you do get a chance to chat with current students in the program, make sure to ask about what the program's like, what they like most about the program, and what they don't like about the program. And if you follow these 2 steps, or like these 2 approaches that I just mentioned, you'll get a way better idea of which program is best for you, and you can use that to submit your applications. The most important step is to first choose a faculty or department with the most programs that are of interest to you. And honestly, if you do that, I promise you make the safest and best choice, regardless of what university or college you choose, regardless of what program you choose. If you like my approach to things, then make sure to check out my 21 most underrated study tips in this video right here. It has helped me become a top 1% student in my program and have a 3.93 GPA in university. So I'm sure you'll find it helpful. And with that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.